From a high of 12 teams, we are now down to 8. The playoffs have finally arrived here in the 6th season of the Stallion Cup presented by Exped Charcoal Socks, and we kick things off here in the quarterfinals phase. Playing in Game Survivor, Schone and Mcdavid have extended their tournament lives, but this afternoon, they face a bigger foe, number 1 ranked and defending champions, Lynk & Co. CSI. The winner advances to the semifinals with Lynk & Co. CSI in possession of a twice-to-beat advantage over Schone and Mcdavid. Live from the AYSN Sports Center, the home of the Stallion Cup here in Domingo in San Juan. This is the quarterfinals of our 6th season. This is Jonas Reyes, your live play-by-play anchor only for the Stallion Cup. Joining me in the broadcast panel this afternoon is our colleague, the one and only Justin Almeida. Good afternoon, Justin.
First of all, good afternoon to all our Stallion Cup fans, and of course to you, Jonas. And it's nice to finally, at least two-man panel naman tayo this time, and our first time working together.
Excited to work with you. Likewise, Justin. Una muna, we have Lynk & Co. CSI going up against our defending champions, defending champion Lynk & Co. CSI going up against Schone and Mcdavid. How did these teams fare in the elimination round?
Okay, first let's talk about yung lower seed team, Schone and Mcdavid. They were number 9. They went through a play-in tournament against Anthem Metro Shen and won convincingly 103-82 to convince their to extend their series and making it to the last spot here in the 8th round. They finished number 9 with a 5-6 record, and they ended their elimination round with a 4-game win streak. So they're coming into this in this quarterfinals hot.
Well, yung Lynk & Co. CSI defending champions, they trailed Studio 300 in the team stand, finally getting top seed quite in the tail end of the elimination round. And who are the players to watch out for these two squads?
Okay, so for Schone and Mcdavid muna, of course you have, nakagulat nga na they're the number 9 seed. When you have two of their backcourt na nanggaling sa PBA, we're talking about Jologo and Kyle Slau.
Yun ang players to watch out for this ball game. And una muna, we'll be spending late afternoon until late at night for this ball game. What are our other quarterfinals pairings?
Okay, syempre for yung second game natin is Zush versus Boysen, that's number 3 versus number 6. CW Home Depot against Pet 1 Kent Floors, that's number 4 versus number 5. And later on, yung finale natin, Studio 300 with a twice-to-beat advantage over Traverse Asia.
Okay, you'll hear from me and Justin all game long, but when we come back, it's a much-awaited tip-off between Lynk & Co. and CSI versus Schone and Mcdavid here in the quarterfinals of the Stallion Cup Season 6, powered by Exped Charcoal Socks. Thank you. Good afternoon, basketball fans. Live from the AYSN Sports Center here in Domingo in San Juan. We'll bring you the quarterfinals here at the 6th Stallion Cup presented by Exped Charcoal Socks. We have number 1 ranked Lynk & Co. CSI going up against Schone and Mcdavid. This is Jonas Reyes, your live play-by-play anchor only for the Stallion Cup. Joined here in the panel by the one and only Justin Almeida. Good afternoon, Justin.
Good afternoon, Jonas. And of course, as we see here, the start of the ballgame, Martin Saduani. He's going to be one of the main players to watch out for here for Lynk & Co. CSI. Kita natin playing both ends of the floor with a rejection to start this ball game.
First time to work with Justin in this ball game. We will be joining you, bringing the action here at the AYSN for our 4 quarterfinals pairing Lynk & Co. CSI, our defending champions, holding on to a twice to beat advantage over Schone Mcdavid, who had to survive a play-in game last Tuesday against Anthem Metro Schone. They won that handily, 103-82, led by this guy, Kyle Slau, opening basket in our ballgame.
Of course, Kyle Slau, in their previous matchup, yung last game nila sa elimination round, he had 83 points. He scored even 60% from the field. So coming into this ball game with a lot of momentum.
Tournament leading scorer Kyle Slau opening things up here in our ball game. Meanwhile, Nico Santos, hook shot is no good. Rebound is picked up here by Juancho. See, he is trapped. Ball stolen away by Jert Yao. Yao with the leather. Forward pitch to Kyle Slau. Pulls up. Oh, thinking three. Hesitating on that one. Pulls it back out to Jert Yao. Now to Kyle Slau. One-on-one against Juancho. See, to Lau. Kelvin Chong launches a three. That is offline. Rebound picked up here by Juancho C. Hands it over to Martin Saduani. In front of him is Kyle Slau. To cutting Nico Santos. Floater. No good. Ball is tapped. Santos offensive board. Goes cross-court. To wide open. Justin Sebastian. Three-pointer is offline. Kelvin Chong. Ball stolen away from him. Sebastian. One-hander. Comes up short. Rebound secured by Kelvin Chong. 8:13 remaining here in the first. Here comes Kyle Slau surveying the floor. Finds Contreras at the corner. To Kyle Slau. Jert Yao. Pump fake. Draws closer. Contreras at the corner. Thinking three. Pulls it. Three-pointer is good. Contreras. There's a three-pointer brought to you by Boysen, the number one pain.
And exactly, itong si Wesley Contreras, he can be one of the X factors here for Schone Mcdavid. He has that grit and grind defense, and he can stop the guards, the scoring guards from Lincoln Co CSI.
Corner three, Sebastian! Jackpot! Counter there by Justin Sebastian. Three-pointer brought to you by Boysen, the number one pain.
Someone who can also light it up from downtown, and it's nice to see Justin Sebastian going right away in this first quarter.
Kelvin Chong with a pass to Jert Yao. Now to Kyle Slau, 5 to 3 count in favor of Schone Mcdavid. Lau, Jert Yao, elbow jumper, that is short. Rebound secured by Nico Santos. Contreras nearly coming up with a steal. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of Lincoln Co CSI.
That's what we're talking about with Wesley Contreras, in grit and grind defense that he brings, and he brings a lot of energy here, and he's showing it here early in the first 3 minutes of this game.
5 to 3 lead for Lynk & Co CSI, the number one scoring team in the tournament, averaging 88.5 points per ball game. Well, you have Kyle Slau and Jologo in your lineup. That's something not surprising, as Saduani pulls up for a jumper. Kelvin Chong, early pitch to Contreras, pulls it back out upon seeing Martin Saduani. Lau for three, that is short. Ball possession going here to the white shirts.
Could you say that's jitters coming from a veteran like Kyle Slau? Or maybe just trying to get his rhythm going early in this game.
Here comes Juancho C with Ontiveros, Contreras guarding him rather. Sebastian, corner three, comes up short, rebound, Kelvin Chong. He finds Kyle Slau. They don't have the numbers. Lau, he will attack, backing down his defender. Contreras against Saduani. Partially open, Contreras for three, in and out. Rebound secured by Santos. Now to Sebastian. Finds Juancho C. Going middle. Sidestep C. He will miss. Saduani going for the putback. He will miss. Offensive board. Tracked down here by Saduani. To cutting. Amon. The shot is no good. Rebound by Jert Yao. Contreras lays it in. Bye-bye!
Contreras, being the spark here in the first quarter, has 5 points to start this game.
4-point lead here for Schone Mcdavid. Juancho C trying to counter. He will score plus the foul. 3-point play opportunity for Juancho C off a foul from Chong.
Want to see also, he is a big point guard here for Lincoln Co CSI, and he's dangerous in transition.
They didn't have to wait for the defense to set up their attacking early in getting that foul from Kelvin Chong. That 3-point play opportunity is brought to you by Boysen, the number one paid, and Juancho C cashes in on that 3-point play opportunity. Just a 1-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Jert Yao to Chong, to Contreras, to a cutting Kyle Slau against Santos. Lau creating space, creating a shot, and earning himself a trip to the free throw line.
You know what I like by Lincoln Co CSI there is their transition defense. There were 3 players down right away. However, the veteran smarts of Kyle Slau being able to draw a foul and earning himself 2 free throws.
There were 3 white shirts in front of him, but he had to spin, he had to create, take that extra dribble. 2 free throws. This is something that you expect all game long from Kyle Slough?
Well, of course, he has to be aggressive early on. The thing is, can he maintain and sustain that kind of energy all throughout? Medyo nakakapagod din kung he goes 100% for all 4 quarters.
5:24 remaining here in the first. Here comes Juancho C, setting up the offense for the white shirts. Contreras in front of him. C connecting with Sebastian to Santos near the elbow. Finds Saduani. Cuts baseline. Saduani with a power move.
Saduani using the size and the length, using it to his advantage and overpowering everyone and getting 2 points.
Martin Saduani, leading scorer for the tournament for Lynk & Co. CSI. Ito, Justin, something that I always ask from all my broadcast partners here at the Stallion Cup. The mandatory substitution, an important facet, an important feature of the Stallion Cup, not just for the adults tournament, but even in the teens and kids tournament. How important is this in the strategy of each team?
Well, of course, in the elimination round, at least it gives equality. All players get minutes for each squad. But when it comes to these playoff rounds, you have to be more strategic. So what I'm seeing with both teams is it's very balanced. They separated Jologo and Kyle Slough, and on the other end, sila John Boo and Phil Monyao, they're separated from Martin Saduani. So there's offense on both sides.
You know what's exciting? When it comes to the third quarter, you'll see those players share floor time together, waiting for Kyle Slough and Jologo joining the court for the first time. Meanwhile, Mike Yu, floater off the glass, it's good.
And talking about this guy, Mike Yu, he is also one of the X factors here I have listed in my notes. The energy guy yan, he'll play both ends of the floor, and bonus points rin yan when he gets hot from the offensive end.
Talk about an energy guy. We have one for you for Lynk & Co. CSI. Phil Monyao with a floater, getting the foul in the process. We are tied at 11 with 4:16 remaining here in the first. One of the leaders of this Lynk & Co. CSI squad is Phil Monyao, Justin.
Yeah, Phil Monyao, 16.7 points. Third leading scorer here for Lynk & Co. CSI, but his main weapon, the 3-point shot.
That's something that we have to watch out for. But Phil Monyao, one of the first ones to greet me in this venue. Here's the second free throw, 2-point lead for our defending champions, Lynk & Co. CSI. Here comes Mike Yu with the leather. Jacinto guarding him, looking for a handoff. Jologo facing John Boo. Jologo not getting any space there. Mike Yu sidestep, dumps a pass. The shot won't work. Rebound secured by the white shirts. Here comes John Boo looking behind against the water rip through. The shot won't fall, rather. Oh, stolen from behind by John Boo. Fresh 24 for the white shirts. Boo backing down his defender. The lay-in doesn't work. Rebound by Mike Yu. Forward pitch. Jologo. Sidestep. Go. We'll finish.
Jologo attacking in transition so far for Schone Mcdavid. The fast break has been their primary weapon.
Here comes Phil Monyao looking to counter, but saw 3 green shirts in front of him. Wisely pulls it back out to Phil Monyao, guarded by Noel. Kick out pass. John Boo. 4 straight. That is too strong. Fight for the loose ball. Tap here. Ball possession will stay with the white shirts. Boo fakes a pass, lays it in. Boo with a basket.
John Boo getting a nice drive inside. You saw him get a steal earlier, and he is leading their team with steals. 2.1 is his average.
Kahit ako, kumagat ako sa fake Pagpasan ganun. Meanwhile, 3-pointer nailed there by Jologo. Brought to you by boys in the number 1 paint.
Kita mo naman, just a little space given to Jologo, and right away, he makes them pay.
Well, the defense losing focus slightly there against Jologo, making them pay. 2:45 remaining in the first. Jacinto, meanwhile, scores on close range.
A great move by Jordan Jacinto, using the power dribble, just getting enough space for that floater.
Mike Yu with a pass here to Nang. Back to you against Tan, and a blocking foul will be whistled here against number 11, Tony Tan. Ball possession will stay with the green shirts.
So far, it's going to be a sideline inbound. Let's see what they draw up here. Mike Yu will be inbounding the ball.
Mike Yu to go. Guarded by Jacinto. With a switch here to Phil Monyao. Go with the leather. A switching here. It's John Boo. And Jologo gets the foul of John Boo. Fishing expedition there for this former De La Salle Green Archer, Justin.
Yeah, John Boo already a great defender, pero the smarts of Jologo, of course, drafted by the PBA. And his last stint, I remember he was in the
Blackwater. Parang Blackwater, yeah.
And there was a summer league na he was with Ginebra.
Yeah. Well, John Boo on the grill of Jologo. Right after entering this ball game at the 5-minute mark of the first, we are tied at 17. John Boo to Phil Moniao, asking for the leather down the post is Stan. Screen by Jacinto, guarded by Noel. Jacinto, drop pass back to Jacinto, jumper, but before that, an offensive foul will be whistled here. The ball possession going back the way of Schone Mcdavid. 2:02 remaining here in the first. Oh, this Saturday is loaded with big games, Justin.
Yeah, I think that previous possession, Brian Ze was called for illegal
For
screen.
a push, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was holding on to the defender.
Well, here comes Mike Yu, picking up the leather, looking for Jologo. Justin Boo, focusing on him, nearly coming up with the steal. Go still with the leather, shot clock down to 6. Go, the runner, that won't work. Rebound by Noel. Tan deflecting that leather, still completed by Jordan Jacinto. Here comes John Boo with Dang in front of him. Drop pass to Yao. Boo, he will miss. Ball tapped out of bounds in favor of Lynk & Co. Transition defense. Shown there by Schone Mcdavid, Justin.
You see the quick adjustment by Lynk & Co. CSI. Now, they covered Jologo and he didn't even get the basketball. They got the steal and ran in transition.
Baseline inbound here for the White Shirts. Here comes Phil Moniao, guarded by Mike Yu. Phil Moniao, look at that matchup. Phil Moniao getting the foul, and he earns himself another trip to the free throw line.
Showing a type of volleyball basketball. No? Kita niya yung size advantage, went to the post, and was able to draw a foul.
Nakasampay na eh. Nakasampay na. Tulak pa eh. That shows you the power and the grit of Phil Moniao. The first free throw is good, breaking the ice, giving a 1-point lead for Lynk & Co. CSI, averaging 16.7 points per ball game is Phil Moniao. He nails the second 2-point lead for the White Shirts. Here comes Mike Yu with the leather. Jacinto waiting to defend. Yu finds a gap, hangs in the air. He will score.
Mike Yu, again, the Energizer Bunny here for Schone Mcdavid, getting a shot off the glass.
You know what's deadly here for Schone Mcdavid, Justin? If they find a third scorer behind Kyle Slau and Jologo, what do you think about that?
Actually, that is yung yung kailangan mahanap ng Schone Mcdavid because you know who you're gonna guard in this team. But if there's a third scorer, someone that all of a sudden pops out in the box score, then that's gonna be trouble for Lynk & Co. CSI.
Should keep on guard if your focus is on number 27 and number 13 for the green shirts. Look out, but there might be a third guy joining them in scoring. That's something that Lynk & Co. CSI have to watch out for. We're still tied at 19. John Boo with the leather. To Jacinto, trying to go baseline, stepping back to Boo. To Tan, near the free throw line. The jumper is short, rebound secured by Adam Noel. 50 seconds remaining here in our opening period. Noel to Nang. Finds you, rip through, one-hander, goes in and out, rebound by Tony Tan. 2-for-1 situation here for the White Shirts. John Boo looking at the clock. Green Shirts in front of him. To Tan, hesitation dribble, lefty layup is good!
A great hesitation move. They thought he was going to settle for the jumper, but he saw the half step ahead and got the offhand finish.
Mike Yu, corner 3, that is too strong. Fight for the loose ball, track down here by John Boo. The shot clock is off. To Jacinto, to Yao, to a cutting. Jacinto lays it, and what a find! 4-point lead here for Lynk & Co. CSI. Jologo, last-ditch effort here for the green shirt, but he will be fouled. 2 free throws coming the way of Jologo. A 4-point lead here for Lynk & Co. CSI. The 2-for-1 situation working wonders for them.
You can see that the transition defense is really there for Lynk & Co. CSI. Jologo was able to draw a foul, but they have to do extra work just to get extra points on the board.
First free throw is good here for Jologo. One of the reliable free throw shooters here for Schone Mcdavid. The second free throw for Jolo is also good. Down to 2 is the lead of Lynk & Co. CSI. 1.9 seconds remaining here in the opening period. To Tan, heaves, that is no good. And at the end of the first is a 23-21 advantage for Lynk & Co. CSI over Schone Mcdavid. This quarter break is brought to you by Kaukai Thai Chicken House. Good food, good friend. The second quarter when we come back. we enter the second quarter between Lynk and Co. CSI and Schone Mcdavid in this first quarter finals pairing. That first quarter came like a breeze, Justin.
Yeah, well, you can see Lynk and Co. CSI balanced attack. You had 3 players here. Filmonia with 7, Jacinto with 4, and C with 3.
Meanwhile, announcing his entry to the ball game, Kyle Slau knocking down a 3-pointer brought to you by Boys in the number 1 paint. Likewise, Wancho C back on the floor for the white shirts. Here comes Santos. Post move, dumps a pass, nearly stolen. Santos with a kick out. Wancho C fires a 3. That is offline. Santos offensive board. The hook shot is good.
You can see him control the paint. Got a couple of offensive rebounds in that possession. They got 3 attempts and finally converting on that third one.
Pressure defense at the backcourt here by Lynk and Co. CSI. They find Ang, guarded by Santos. Ang looking for a friend. He will spin. Ang will be fouled. The foul will be whistled here against number 13, Nico Santos. Lynk and Co. CSI turning their defense up a notch here in the second, Justin.
Yeah, you could see the aggressiveness of Nico Santos there. Just got a little bit too aggressive and got called for a reach and foul.
Baseline inbound play here for the green shirts. Contreras at the corner to Chong. Fires a 3. Jackpot! 3-pointer brought to you by Boys in the number 1 paint.
And if you can get him involved on the offensive end, that's going to be bonus points for Schone Mcdavid.
Specialty of the house for Kelvin Chong. They are now up by 2. Sadwani looking to answer back. That 3-pointer finds air. The ball possession going back the way of Schone Mcdavid. 8:35 remaining in the second as Contreras. Inbound pass from the end line. Contreras airmail sa pass to Jert Yao. Back to Contreras. To Chong. Thinking 3. Back to Contreras. Top of the key 3. That one is no good, but Contreras tracks down the loose ball. Fresh 14 for the green shirts. Contreras. He finds Chong. To Lau. Shot clock down to 5. What will he do? Lau. Runner off a 3. Shot is no good. Rebound by Nico Santos. 8-minute mark of the second. They find Wancho C. Goes cross court. Sebastian for 3. Jackpot! 3-pointer brought to you by Boys in the number 1 paint.
That is the second triple of Justin Sebastian. And let's see if he can give more outside shooting for Lynk and Co. CSI.
Meanwhile, Kyle Slau, well, continuing what he has been doing in the first period. 3 white shirts in front of me. I'll attack.
But you know, the last 3-pointer of Kelvin Chong, that was the reason why the paint suddenly opened for Kyle Slau. Because Lynk and Co. is playing the zone defense, a 2-3 defense, and the shooters have to go to Kelvin Chong, and now it opens the lane for Kyle Slau.
Well, in the early editions of the Stallion Cup, when we were still playing here sa Northeast Green Hills, Kelvin Chong was nailing those kinds of 3-pointers, continuing fine shooting here in the new venue here, the AYSN. Meanwhile, we are tied at 28. Wancho C. Entry pass to Santos to a cutting Martin Sadwani. Short jumper. That won't work. A tap here by Santos to Sebastian. To Wancho C. Sidestep, twisting layup. It's good. Meanwhile, Lau on the breakaway with a shove against Sadwani. Veteran smarts there. While Kyle Lau not waiting for the defense.
Well, that's a former NLEX Road Warrior. You expect those kind of plays from a PBA veteran.
Heads up play there by Kyle Lau. Sadwani looking to answer back. His 3 won't work. Fight for the loose ball. Sadwani diving for the leather together with Kyle Lau, and a kickball will be called. The ball possession as we try to entangle Kyle Lau and Martin Sadwani. 6:59 remaining here in the second. The winner of this ball game will face the winner of our other semifinals pairing, CW Home Depot up against Pet 1. Kent Floors radiantly going Savior Legends in our other quarterfinals ball game. Meanwhile, Martin Sadwani shot finally falls for Martin.
Answering back on that veteran move coming from Kyle Slau, coming up with 2 points of his own.
Jert Yao to Contreras to Chong. Back to Yao against Santos. Pump fake. Shot fake. The shot won't work. Rebound. Picked up here by Josh Amen. To Sadwani against Chong through traffic. Sadwani will score!
And that is just the size and length of Sadwani. Great defense by Schone McDavid, but they couldn't stop him there.
Trying to find this groove here in the second period is Martin Sadwani. They're down by 6. Contreras trying to go baseline. Ang hesitates. Hook shot. That one falls in. Forehands Ang.
Yeah, see the ball movement there of Schone McDavid. Everyone getting a touch of the leather there, and offhand finish by Hansam.
And Schone McDavid getting points from almost everyone in this ball game. They're ahead by 8. Juancho C calling out the play to Santos at the elbow against Chong. Santos, the shot won't work. Loose ball tracked down here by Jert Yao. Kyle Slau, pull up 3, in and out. Rebound, blocked out here by Martin Sadwani. Lau in front of him. Sadwani looking for a gap. Sadwani will finish! 6 points in my estimation in this period for Martin Sadwani.
Yeah, he's come out aggressive here in the second quarter, and he's the reason why they're up by 4 points right now.
4-point advantage for the white shirts. Here comes Lau. Attacking right. Contreras fires a 3. That one is no good, and a loose ball foul will be called against Ang. We reach the 5 and 12 mark of the second. Mandatory substitution is in play. Well, Schone McDavid hanging on at the coattails here of Lynk and Co. Justin.
You know, we were talking about it na kung sino yung magiging third scorer ng Schone McDavid. And I guess we were wrong. It's not about finding the third option, because the third option has been the whole bench of Schone McDavid. So that's even more dangerous than just keying in on a third player.
Pala, options. Well, everyone contributing here for the cause of Schone McDavid, trying to extend their tournament lives once again. Well, they survived the play-in last Tuesday. Let's find out if they'll survive this one against our tournament top seeds, Lynk & Co. CSI. The shot is no good. Rebound tracked down here by Gino Noel. Hands it over to Joe Logo. Hounded by Carl C. Go, the runner, and an offensive foul called there by our officials. Obvious call there on that play, Justin.
Yeah, Jologo had some momentum moving forward, and he landed on Phil Munyao, who put himself in a good position to draw the offensive foul.
He had a great thing in mind there, fishing a foul, but Phil Munyao was just in a better defensive position. 4 points separating these two squads. 4 and 45 remaining in the second. Here comes John Bu, playmaker for the white shirts, finds Phil Munyao. Jacinto trying to provide the pick. Carl C with a bounce pass. Jacinto down the post, back to C. Now to Yao, shot clock down to 9. Jacinto down the post, and we have an offensive foul, this time called against Jordan Jacinto.
And on the other end for Schone McDavid, great adjustment. Jordan Jacinto had the same move earlier with the power dribble. This time, it's playoff time, sacrificing your body and drawing that offensive foul.
Well, it will be sacrificing body. It will be a busy day for our mock men in this ballgame with bodies falling down the floor. Mike Yu now with the leather finds Nang. The jumper goes in and out. Rebound is secured here by Brian Z. Finds C to John Boo. Runner. That one trickles out. Rebound secured by Yu. Here comes Eldridge now. 4-minute mark of the second. Ball tapped out of bounds by Carl C. Ball possession will stay here with Schone McDavid. Here comes Noel. Joe Logo asking for the leather. Carl C. on his mug. Joe Logo, pull up J. No good. Rebound track down here by Jacinto. Now to Boo. 4 green shirts down the floor. Boo will spin to Jacinto. To Yao. Fires a 3. That is too strong. Rebound by Mike Yu. Guarded by Boo. Yu slows things down. Finds Noel. To go. Facing a double team. Entry pass. Ko. Jumper. No good. Rebound. Track down here by Phil Munyao. He finds Boo. Stepping on the gas. Boo will score. Plus the foul. 3-point play opportunity brought to you by Boysen, the #1 paint.
That's the strength of John Boo. When he has a full head of steam and he gets that fast break attack, then it's gonna take more than 2 defenders to stop him.
Well, Lynk & Co. CSI, when they have Phil Munyao and John Boo in transition, well, that's tough to defend.
Even nakita natin kanina, Phil Munyao, known as a 3-point shooter but has the veteran smarts, sees a smaller defender and decided to post up.
Well, nakita mo yung defenders of Schone McDavid, even when John Boo had the ball, they were looking over their shoulders. They were trying to spot Phil Munyao at the elbow. Meanwhile, 6-point lead here for the white shirts. Ball now is with Jologo against C. Fadeaway J. Too strong. Rebound by Jordan Jacinto. Finds John Bu. Behind the back dribble. Jologo. Off a switch to Ko. Hands it over to Phil Monyao. Now to John Bu getting a screen from Ze. Pump fake. John Bu short stab. Falls in. 2:42 remaining here in the second. 6-point advantage for Lynk & Co. CSI. We have a timeout brought to you by Exped Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. We will be back. Two and 42 remaining here in the second. But Lynk & Co. CSI trying to gain headway. It is part of the ball game, Justin. They are now up by 8.
You know, I have to give credit here to Carl C. He has been playing quality minutes for Lynk & Co. CSI. Has given Jologo hard looks at the basket with this box and one defense.
Meanwhile, Mike Yu not waiting for the defense to set up scoring on the lay-in.
Well, if you're gonna box and one Jologo, there's gonna have to be another guy, and Mike Yu answering that call.
Di pa tapos mag-explain si Justin. Tinira na ni Mike Yu. Meanwhile, Corsi now at the elbow, guarded by Jologo. Curling is Phil Monyao stepping back for 3. That is short. Rebound secured by Eldridge Nang. He finds Mike Yu. Quickening the pace. Mike Yu wild on that one. Gino Noel is there for the offensive board. Mike Yu, the leaner, he will miss, and a pushing foul will be called against Brian Ze. Earning a trip to the free throw line is Gino Noel.
Yeah, although Mike Yu missed 2 attempts, you like the aggressiveness. Gino Noel just watching the ball and putting himself in a position to get that extra possession.
He kept that possession alive for his squad. Less than 2 minutes remaining here in the second. Gino Noel, the first free throw, falls in. 40-35 scoreline in favor of Lynk & Co. CSI, averaging 4.5 points, 5.7 rebounds per ball game. In our tournament is Gino Noel 2 for 2 on that trip. Schone Mcdavid just trying to keep it close here in the first half, Justin.
Gino Noel was really big in that possession. He got 2 offensive rebounds and even made the 2 free throws.
Here comes John Bu, leaner. This time he will miss. John Bu with a save. Fresh 14 for the white shirts. Bu spinning through traffic. He will miss. Another rebound for Gino Noel. Schone Mcdavid now with the possession of the leather. 1:35 remaining in the second period. Jologo looking for a gap. The ball was tapped out of bounds. It will stay with the green shirts. Their shot clock is down to 14 as Carl C. slow on his feet. Well, Carl C., as you have mentioned, the shadow of Jologo here in the second period.
Yeah, he's taking a beating and you see him on the floor once again. They're setting a lot of screens to get Jologo open, but you should expect that here today.
I've told you, a busy day for our mock men in this ball game. Hindi pa tapos si Kuya dito. No? Have to wipe off another wet spot there, courtesy of Carl C. 1:29 remaining here in the second. Carl C will be called for a warning. Just too aggressive, no? Trying to mark Jologo. Kung yun ang assignment mo, that's what you have to do, di ba?
Yeah, but he's not. He's complaining about a non-call, but he's doing his job. He knows he's gonna get hit, and he's even sacrificing yung offensive output niya to just to play defense.
Meanwhile, Mike Yu, jackpot! 3-pointer for Mike Yu is brought to you by Boysen, the #1 paint. Those 3-pointers are falling for the green shirts, Justin.
Ito si Mike Yu, he likes interrupting us. No? Hindi pa tayo tapos magsalita. Tumitira na agad.
1-1 na tayo dun. Here comes John Woo with the leather looking for the gap. Carl C. Wide open. 3-pointers, no good. Rebound by Jacinto. Kick out. Phil Monyao for 3. No good. Ball is tapped. Track down here by Ko. To Jologo. Pulls up. For a 3. Jackpot! 2-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. 3-pointer brought to you by Boysen, the #1 paint.
And look at the pace of this game. They were down 8 points, and that 3-pointer by Jologo already sending them up by 2 in the last 40 seconds of this game, of this first half.
Carl C now with the leather. Lynk & Co. suddenly down by 2. Asasinto ties things up at 42 with the jumper. 31.4 seconds remaining here in the second. This timeout is brought to you by Expert Charcoal Socks Experience Quality. The final 31.4 of the second period when we come back. .4 seconds remaining here in the second. The Green Shirts have the possession. Here comes Mike Yu. Guarded by John Boo. Yu trying to create. Finds Jolo Go against Carl C. Go. Jab stepping. Pulls up for a 3. Jackpot! Another Jolo Go 3-pointer brought to you by Boys into number 1 paint. Down to the final 8 seconds of the second period. John Boo stepping back. Fires a 3. Jackpot! We end the first half with the John Boo 3-pointer. We are tied at 45. This halftime break is brought to you by Kaukai Thai Chicken House. Good food, good friend. The third and fourth quarters with Justin and me when we come back. moments away from the third quarter of action here in our first quarter-finals pairing here of the 6th Stallion Cup, presented by Exped Charcoal Socks. We are deadlocked at 45. Schone Mcdavid and Lynk & Co. CSI, our first quarter-finals matchup this afternoon. Live from the AYSN Sports Center, the home of the Stallion Cup, here in Domingo in San Juan. This is Jonas Reyes, your live play-by-play anchor only for the Stallion Cup. Joined here in the panel by Justin Almeida. Justin, the first half was really that fast. We just had the snack. We are tied at 45. How did that happen?
You know, you were joking off air. Did anything happen? You know, we're all tied at 45 at the start of the third quarter, pero you know, both teams, they found where they were very effective. Lynk & Co. CSI, you know, definite size advantage. You can see points in the paint, 26-16. Second chance points, 13-2. So in terms of size, Lynk & Co. CSI talagang lumalamang doon. But on the other end, Schone Mcdavid, fast break points, they outscored Lynk & Co. 11-6. And we talked about it off air, the 3-point shooting, 7 out of 18 for Schone Mcdavid, and for Lynk & Co. CSI, 4 out of 16.
Well, 3-point shoot. If 3-point shooting is the topic, you have number 27, Jologo, leading the charge here, leading all scorers with 14 here at halftime. Meanwhile, turnover there against Lynk & Co. CSI. Ball possession going back here to the green shirts. Again, like what I said, this is what I'm waiting for. Jologo. Kahit Lao sharing court time, Justin.
You know, I was talking to Jologo in that non-bearing game, their last game in the elimination round. That's when he made 21 three-pointers to end that last game. And that's why the mindset is very important. Now, kahit non-bearing game siya, you attack it as if it was a do-or-die match. And he made 21 threes, and he's carrying it on here in the first game of the playoffs.
6-3 for Jologo in that ball game, 8-3 for Kyle Slau.
Yes.
In that ginawang time zone, yung AYSN. They were shooting 3-pointers, lights out. In that ball game covered, syempre by Justin Almeida. Meanwhile, Contreras jacks up at 3. That one is no good. Nang is there for the putback. Extra possession of the offensive rebound for the green shirts.
And you like that Wesley Contreras is taking the outside shot. It forces the defender to challenge him, and who knows, further down the road, it's going to open the lanes for Kyle Slau and Jologo.
2-point advantage here for Schone Mcdavid. Meanwhile, John Boo getting a foul downstairs from Wesley Contreras. Ball possession will stay here with Lynk & Co. CSI with Juancho C. Tasked with the baseline inbound. Finds Jacinto. Looking for a handoff to Boo. Launches a 3. That one is too strong. Getting the rebound is Jertiao. Forward pitch to Contreras. They don't have the numbers. Contreras to Yao at the top of the key. To Lau. One-on-one against John Boo. Lau getting a Jertiao screen. Switching over is Jacinto. Entry pass. Wide open is Jertiao. Moving without the ball in that possession.
Yeah, there was miscommunication there on the side of Lynk & Co. CSI. Two defenders got caught on one offensive player, and wide open layup from the paint.
Meanwhile, Saduani fires a 3. Back rims that one. Rebound by Jertiao. 4-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. No look pass. Oh, Contreras pulls it back out. They still have shot clock there. Jologo sidestep through traffic, losing control of the possession. Here comes Juancho C on the run. C against Yao, and Juancho C will get himself a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, another stat that's very important. Points from turnovers. They committed turnover on the other end. Juancho C running quickly and was able to draw the foul.
Juancho C at the stripe now. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists so far. His team is suddenly down by 4. Lining up for the first Juancho C. The first free throw is good. Averaging 10.3 points, 4 rebounds, and 5.1 assists per ball game is Juancho C. Playmaker for our defending champions, Lynk & Co. CSI. The second one for Juancho is also good. Schone Mcdavid's lead down to 2. Speaking of Schone Mcdavid, giving out a special shout out to Mr. Joe Betco, number 77, watching the game somewhere. Sabi here also in the Philippines. Meanwhile, another turnover for Schone Mcdavid. All alone is John Boo with the lane.
Somewhere in the tropical islands, no? Meron tayong informant dito eh.
49 all is our count. Jologo trying to create. Finds Contreras. Now to Lau. Juancho C trying to shadow him. Screen by Yao. Lau finds a goal. Block by Martin Sadwani. Shot block brought to you by Kauri Taproom. Juancho C. Filmon Yao for 3. No good. Another rebound by Jert Yao. Forward pass. Contreras. Seeing Sadwani in front of him. Picks up the leather. Goes cross court. To Lau. Again C. Lau gets a foul and a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, well, Kaslao, veteran smarts once again. Pero then the two previous possessions, Martin Sadwani with a block, and even the last one, although there was no block, no steal, it's just the patience for him not to jump on pump fakes and just knowing that he's the lengthy defender and doesn't need to overexert himself.
Well, Wesley Contreras did the smart move upon seeing Martin Sadwani down the paint. I'll pull it back out. Martin Sadwani, the best shot blocker in the tournament, 1.8 block shots per ball game. You don't want to see your ball swatted away by Martin Sadwani. Meanwhile, Kyle Slau nailing the first free throw, giving a 1-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. The second one also falls in. 2 for 2 on the trip for Kyle Slau. 6:35 remaining here in the third. Here comes John Boo calling out the play here for the white shirts. Partially open. Yao for 3. No good. Rebound by Kyle Slau. The green shirts on the run. Contreras running out of floor space. Ball possession. Going back here to Lynk & Co. CSI. But you have to laud the intention there of Kyle Slau.
Yeah, Kyle Slau had good intentions there. However, just a bit too strong on that fast break pass.
Martin Sadwani bothered there by Jert Yao. Missing on that runner. Jert Yao leading the run against Boo. Oh, Jert Yao! Nearly a turnover. Oh, that is a turnover. Dribbling violation against Jert Yao. Well, too aggressive on that play for Jert.
Yeah, scrappy defense coming from Lynk & Co. CSI. When they saw him, Jert Yao fumble the basketball, there were multiple hands trying to swipe and get the steal.
Na-excite ako eh. Ni-wrap around ni Sir Jert eh. 5:55 remaining in the third. Still a 2-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. Juancho C. Jologo waiting to defend. C getting a screen from Yao. Off a flare. Yao, one-hander. That one couldn't fall in. Ball tapped out of bounds by Nico Santos. Ball possession. Going back here to Schone Mcdavid. Dropping down into zone. Clogging the lanes is Schone Mcdavid.
Yeah, just gritty type defense. Just trying to get a hand up on the shot, making it difficult and not giving them wide open looks.
Well, put that one on IG. Jologo with a basket.
Using the right hand as well, no? And deciding to take it inside, shying away from his three-point shot.
Pero kaliwete yun, alam ko. Offhand, nailing the basket, 4-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. What an entertaining ball game we have 3 more games here in the quarterfinals phase of the Stallion Cup Season 6. Here comes Santos with a handoff. Filmon Yao for 3. Couldn't buy a basket here in the third. Still a 4-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Lau finds goal for 3. No good. Rebound by Filmon Yao. Launches a pass to John Boo. Lau in front of him. Juancho C. Bye-bye.
Yeah, getting a bit fancy with it and maybe sparking the bench here for Lynk & Co. CSI.
Down to 2 is the lead of Schone Mcdavid. Contreras directing traffic. Down to Lau, guarded by C. Jert Yao down the post, guarded by Santos and John Boo. Yao saving the possession and getting a foul. Could be against number 7, that is Filmon Yao. Nico Santos rather will be called for the foul, and re-entering the ball game is a Brian Ze and our energy guy, Mike Yu.
Yeah, Jert Yao with a nice move inside. He powered his way in and then used the pump fake. Napakagat si Nico Santos, and here, 2 free throws.
Well, John Boo trying to pull the chair there against Jert Yao. But veteran moves there by Jert. 2 free throws coming his way. He nails the first with 4:29 remaining here in the third. The second free throw for Jert, he will miss. Rebound secured by Nico Santos. Finding Juancho C. Lynk & Co. CSI down by 3. Martin Sadwani. Mike Yu ready to defend. Sadwani with a crossover, looking for the gap. Sadwani uses the glass.
Yeah, just making his own space, Sadwani. You need taller defenders on him to stop him.
Sadwani with a stretch, cutting down Schone McDavid's lead to 1. 4-minute mark of the third. Lau, hounded by C. Lau, entry pass. Jert Yao backing down Brian Zay. And 3-second violation will be called against Jert Yao. Emphatic defense there by Brian Zay.
But nice adjustment by Lynk and Co CSI. Once Jert Yao picked up the basketball, there was an immediate double team para hindi siya maka-kick out. And
well, they allowed him to spin,
yeah,
but prevented him going for the cliff and going up for the shot. Here comes Juancho. See, the runner that is too strong. Rebound by Santos. Fresh 14 for the white shirts. Down on the floor. Ball taken away here by the green shirts. Here comes Lau. Sidestepping, laying it in, finishing the break.
Yeah, that's where they have an advantage. The fast break attack. Kaslao going to work.
The open court is his playground. 3-point advantage for Schone McDavid. Foiling that shot was Jert Yao once again. Gino Noel finds Lau. Phil Munyao defending. Lau fades. Jumper. No good. Rebound by Nico Santos. Martin Sadwani now with the ball against Mike Yu. Sadwani with a bounce pass. Juancho C. Finds Phil Munyao at the corner. He is caught stepping on the sidelines. Another turnover against Lynk and Co CSI.
Yeah, it was a good intentions there, kicking it out to Phil Munyao with a great outside shot, but it was that drop step. He stepped out of bounds, and our referee saw that one.
Well, our referees caught those size 12s on the side. 12 siguro yan, or 11.
Confirm ba? Confirm yung 12?
Silipin natin mamaya. Joe Logo now with the leather. His squad up by 3. Screen by Gino Noel. Off the curl. Oh, what a play. What a find. Eldridge Go with the basket. That is his play. It's brought to you by Nike Park Access.
Everyone chipping in here for Schone McDavid. Eldridge Nang with a point blank shot coming from Gino Noel.
Well, 3 players. I think 4 of them touching the leather in that possession. 5-point advantage for Schone McDavid. They are ahead. Trying to gain headway, trying to get their heads above water here in the third. Tournament lives on the line. Trying to live and fight for another day here is Schone McDavid. Lynk and Co CSI with the possession. Sadwani stumbles. Lau with the leather. Lays it in. Going for the reverse. Put that one on IG. Kyle Lau.
Yeah, what a bump on Brian Zay. The reverse layup for the finish for Kyle Lau.
Schone McDavid ahead by 7. 2-20. Remaining here in the third. This timeout is brought to you by Exped. Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. We will be back. Okay. 2-20 remaining here in the third. Lynk and Co CSI with the possession of a timeout. They are down by 7. Here comes John Boo, guarded by Contreras. Boo trying to create. He finds Sadwani to Santos against Noel. Santos to Boo, going baseline. Boo, leaner, no good. Boo with the rebound. Oh, stolen away by Contreras to Lao. Sebastian is there for the counter steal. Boo against Noel. Sadwani for 3. No good. Rebound by Noel. Going to Contreras. You leaking out. He is open. Lao for 3. No good. Rebound by Nico Santos. 1:37 remaining in the third. Boo getting a screen from Sadwani. Boo leans in to the basket. Timely basket there for Lynk and Co CSI.
Yes, much needed basket by Lynk and Co CSI. You can see them rushing in some of their attempts, but John Boo, I like what he did there, controlling the pace.
2-possession lead here for Schone McDavid. Lau guarded by a taller Martin Sadwani. Switching over is Santos to Noel to Mike Yu. Finds a gap. You finish.
Extra points coming from Mike Yu, putting himself in double figures, 11 points right now for the forward.
62 to 55 count in favor of Schone McDavid. Here comes Boo. Less than a minute remaining in the third. Boo finding Santos against Noel. Santos with a lane.
Great answer from Nico Santos.
Well, Mike Yu finds a streaking Kyle Slau. Two white shirts in front of him. Gets it back out to Nang. To Lau. Guarded by Jacinto. Nang offering a pick. Noel, elbow J. That is gone!
And again, the third option here for Schone McDavid, it has been Mike Yu, Gino Noel, and Wesley Contreras.
Lots of options checking into this ballgame for Schone McDavid. They are ahead by 7. Boo, pull up 3 off the glass. That is no good. Ball tracked down here by Lau. The shot clock is off. 8 seconds remaining in the third. Last shot time for the green shirts. What will Lau do? Sidestep. Whoa! With a heave. Ending the period with a basket. Schone McDavid ahead 66 to 57. This quarter break is brought to you by Kaukai Thai Chicken House. Good food, good friend. The fourth quarter of this ball game when we come back. Back to live action here. Fourth period between Schone McDavid and Lynk and Co. CSI. Well, that was a 21 to 12 period in favor of Schone McDavid, Justin.
And looking at the stats here, it's the field goal percentage that stands out. After that third quarter, 46% for Schone McDavid, Lynk Co. CSI, 33%.
The green shirts looking to hang on into this ball game, trying to extend this to a Tuesday ball game. Meanwhile, Jologo losing control of the leather. Ball goes straight. And Martin Saduani is down on our baseline. He was trying to stop Jologo on that one. 9:30 remaining here in the fourth. A vital piece here for Lincoln Co. CSI, Martin Saduani. Slow to his feet. Well, sitting up now. Well, Justin, Schone McDavid looking to hang on here in the fourth with 9:30 remaining. What would they have to do to survive this one?
You know, they just have to play the way they're playing right now. They're playing with so much composure. They're controlling the tempo, the pace, and you can see most of the time the ball is in the hands of Kyle Slau. He is their best decision maker. So, you know, if he can continue to look to be aggressive, and when he sees a double team find his open teammates, then that can be the recipe for success for today.
Well, on the other hand, I'm just trying to pick your brain here. For Lincoln Co. CSI, what adjustments are you expecting from the White Shirts?
Well, you know, they have to go back to their strengths. We've been seeing a couple of times na they're rushing their shots, maybe because they're down by double digits already. If they can calm down, there's still a lot of time, 9 minutes remaining. You know, find the better looks, the best shots in their offense. If they can do that, then maybe they can slowly chip on the lead and try to steal this game.
Eldridge Nye extending this lead to 11. 9-minute mark of the fourth. Jolo Go driving middle, drops a pass. Nang back to Go, fires a 3. That is short, rebound by Jacinto. He finds Phil Monyao, looking left and right. Finds Boo with a stretch. The shot is no good, and that could be a loose ball foul against Kyle Lau. Yep, number 13 signaled by our officials. Fresh possession here for Lincoln Co. CSI.
Yeah, see, normally there, that shot by John Boo is an automatic bucket. But since nagmamadali nga sila, 11-point lead, there's a bit of, I'm sensing a bit of panic early on for Lincoln Co.
Well, suddenly they're down by double figures. Well, early on in the coverage, we were trying to look for the third man, the third scoring option for Schone McDavid. But they proved us wrong. I mean, each player chipping in, contributing to this cause for Schone McDavid, Justin.
I think they've all accepted their role in this team. Diba? And yes, Mike Yu seems to be the next highest scorer after the two backcourt buddies. But Gino Noel, Eldritch Nang, they've been playing great together with Wesley Contreras.
Well, kahit barya-barya, pera pa rin daw yun. Diba? Well, everyone, lots of players. If you'll check the back scores, you see players chipping in not just points, but rebounds. Well, selfless plays here for Schone McDavid, finding themselves ahead 68 to 57. Baseline inbound play here for the boys in white. Juancho C finds Boo, guarded by Go to Nico Santos. Looking for a handoff. Santos, one-hander, wide right. Rebound picked up here by Jert Yao, manning the shaded lane effectively all game long. Jolo Go slowing things down here for Schone McDavid. Defended by John Boo. Go looking at the shot clock. It says 7. Go looking for a gap. Leaner goes in and out. Rebound by Nico Santos. Now to Juancho C. Speeding things up here for the white shirts. Yao for 3. No good. Another rebound for Jert Yao. Rebound number 9 for the ball game for Jert. To Kyle Slau. Slowing down the tempo is Schone McDavid. Why not? They are ahead by 11. Juancho C. Kyle Slau waving off the screen to Jolo Go against Boo. 3 seconds remaining. The shot clock. Couldn't buy a basket there. Nico Santos to Boo. Lynk Co. CSI on the attack. Drop pass. Juancho C with a lay-in.
Yeah, great sharing of the basketball there by Lynk Co. CSI, just finding the open man and Nico Santos with the basket.
7:23 remaining in the fourth. We have a timeout. Brought to you once again by Expert Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. We will be back. Game. 7:23 remaining in the fourth. Lots of basketball here. Still between Schone McDavid and Lynk Co. CSI. Our next ball game, second semi-finals pairing. Zush going up against Boysen. Justin Almeida and Jonas Reyes will still be in the broadcast panel for that ball game. Meanwhile, getting a foul on that attack is Mike Yu of Martin Saduani. Well, Mike Yu, 11 points in the ball game so far. Justin, all game brilliance for this Schone McDavid guard.
For Mike Yu, he saw that Lynk Co. went to the man-to-man defense, and he likes that matchup with his defender, so they cleared out for him. They gave him space to operate, and it worked for them as he got 2 free throws.
The second one trickles in for Mike Yu, 12 points, 5 rebounds so far for the afternoon. For Mike Yu, John Boo. Setting up the offense for the white shirts. Boo off a switch to Mike Yu near the free throw line. Boo posting up. Dumps a pass. Nico Santos. Jumper. Too strong. Oh, Jert Yao. Couldn't get the leather there. Instead, the possession staying with Lynk Co. CSI. Baseline inbound for the white shirts. Juancho C. Looking for a friend. Finds Martin Saduani. Guarded by Yu. Saduani, now guarded by Noel. Saduani will be fouled upstairs. 2 foul shots will be given here to Martin Saduani. Foul will be called against Gino Noel.
Yeah, Martin Saduani has been a mismatch problem all day long. Maybe they can try to find him more in that deep painted area. Try to exploit his size more and see if they can cut this lead down.
Well, Gino Noel and Jert Yao patrolling the shaded lane, guarding it with their lives just in all game long.
Pag ganun, if they make that sort of adjustment, then there's gonna be another man open for them. Then Saduani can look for a kick out, maybe find an open 3 from the corner.
Well, combined 19 rebounds for Noel and Yao in this ball game. Meanwhile, Yu for 3. That one doesn't work. Another rebound by Noel. Fresh 14 for the green shirts. Jologo, step back 3. Comes up short. Rebound by Santos. Lynk and CSI down by 10 to John Boo. Rip through. Boo hangs in the air. Shot is no good. Rebound by Mike Yu. They have the numbers. Just 4 white shirts down the floor here. Kyle Slau. Open. The jumper won't work. Rebound by Nico Santos. To Wancho C. To a streaking Martin Saduani. He will score.
And that's what they need to do. Get Martin Saduani more involved on the offense.
5:50 remaining here in the fourth. 8-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Slowing things down is Kyle Slau. Guarded by C. Lau. Kick out pass to go. Ball is tapped out of bounds by John Boo. 6 seconds on that Schone Mcdavid shot clock as Wesley Contreras re-enters the ball game. He replaces Mike Yu. Sideline inbound play here for the green shirts. Looking to extend the 69 to 61 lead to Jert Yao. Hounded by Santos. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Yao spinning. The jumper is no good. Rebound picked up here by Nico Santos to Martin Saduani. Forward to Wancho C. John Boo at the baseline with Noel in front of him. Wancho C. Off the glass basket. It's good.
Yeah, big baskets here for Lynk and CSI. A 4-0 run to put them within 4 points, I believe.
Inching closer here in the fourth is Lynk and Co. CSI. 5 minutes and 15 remaining here in the fourth. And John Boo will be called for a technical foul. Some sort of a momentum stopper there for the white shirts.
Yeah, with that 4-0 run, you have to control your temper. I think he was looking for a foul from Wancho C as he drove strong to the basket.
Getting a non-call and getting a technical in the process as Jologo cashing in on that technical free throw. 7-point advantage here for Schone Mcdavid. Expect them to milk the clock in this possession. Here comes Contreras asking for a clear out. Phil Moniao defending him. Contreras leading the attack. To go. Shot clock down to 8. Contreras. Corner 3. Hits all board. Contreras with the rebound. Jologo for 3. Backhands that one. Another possession for the green shirts. Go. Shot fake. Down the shaded lane. Contreras for 3. No good. Fight for the loose ball. Tracked down there by Martin Saduani. Here comes Wancho C with the leather. Nearly stumbling and a foul given up there by Wesley Contreras. A Contreras or a Jologo 3 on the previous possession would have been big for Schone Mcdavid, Justin.
Yeah, that would have pushed the lead to a double-digit one. But I believe that was a smart foul by Wesley Contreras as Lynk & Co had the advantage on the fast break.
Well, looking at our scoreboard, Schone Mcdavid now in the penalty. Lynk & Co CSI can take advantage of this one. Saduani for 3. No good. Rebound by Nico Santos. Near the free throw line. One-hander by Santos is good.
Yeah, soft touch coming from Nico Santos. He missed a couple earlier, but it's falling down at the right time.
Lynk & Co CSI inching closer. Down just by 2 possessions. Here comes Lau. Guarded by C. Lynk & Co CSI extending their defense. As Lau finds Contreras. Shot clock down to 4. Contreras swings a pass. Noel. Jumper. Off the glass is no good. But look who's there. Jert Yao. Keeping the ball alive for Schone Mcdavid. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lau with a crossover. Lau sees daylight. One-hander. No good. And whoa. Gino Noel. Another offensive rebound. And another trip to the free throw line.
You can see doing extra work. Jert Yao and Gino Noel. They've saved, given them extra possessions all game long. And it's giving them this 5-point advantage so far.
Itong Manong Brigade Manong Brigade ng Schone Mcdavid, Gino Noel, and Jert Yao. Extra muscle, extra possession, and extra points for Schone McDavid, Justin.
It's such a luxury to have a big man with a great touch from the free throw line, especially itong si Gino Noel.
The second free throw for Gino is also good. 2 for 2 on the trip for Gino Noel. He has 6 in the ball game. Combined 21 rebound output for Jert Yao and Gino Noel. Schone McDavid ahead by 7. Here comes Wancho C. The white shirt down in this ball game. Here comes Phil Monyao. Entry pass. Santos to cutting. Martin Saduani. Count the basket plus the foul. 3-point opportunity brought to you by Boysen to number 1 paint.
That was a great read by Nico Santos. You could tell him, you could see him telling Martin Saduani to go back door. And he had the advantage and naging end one pa.
Pocket pass by Nico Santos results to this Martin Saduani 3-point play. That assist play is brought to you by Nike Park Access. As Saduani nails the bonus free throw. Just a 4-point lead for Schone McDavid. Here comes Wesley Contreras. Guarded by Phil Monyao, and a foul away from the ball will be whistled against John Boo. That is the last foul to give for the white shirts. Both teams now in the penalty. Joe Logo, sideline inbound to Contreras. Back to go. Guarded by John Boo. Kyle Slau offering a screen. Lau with the leather. Guarded by John Boo. Behind the back dribble. Joe Logo. For 3. In and out. Rebound picked up here by Nico Santos. Finds Wancho C to Martin Saduani. Against Lau to Santos. From the elbow. One-hander is gone! I thought that was KQ, but that was Nico Santos.
Nico Santos, like we said, getting big shots at the right time. He's hit back-to-back from the elbow.
Schone McDavid's lead down to 2. We have a timeout brought to you by Expert Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. We will be back. .55 remaining here in the fourth. Well, Justin found an interesting tidbit here in his tablet. Well, concerning who? Gino Noel, right?
Parang iPad kid. Yeah, Gino Noel. Only 6 points in this game, but he has a total of 11 rebounds, 5 of them coming from the offensive end.
Well, we've been highlighting Kyle Slau and Joe Logo all game long. But not to discount the effort of Jert Yao and Gino Noel. Big contributions in this ball game. Meanwhile, Jert Yao partially open, guarded by Saduani. Yao will spin. The short stab won't work. Oh, ball! Taken away there by Martin Saduani. The white shirts are on the run. Felmon Yao lays it in. No good, Saduani. The putback won't work. Defensive stop there by the green shirts to Mike Yu. They have the numbers. You will attack. You will be fouled. 2 free throws coming the way there of Mike Yu. Lynk and Co. CSI almost tied that ball game at 72, but you have to credit the transition defense again there of Schone McDavid, Justin.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of those plays now. When you look back at this game, it could either make or break you. 3-on-2 fast break.
Mga sayang, di ba? Yeah. Yung mga totga na play, di ba? Mike Yu looking to make Lynk and Co. CSI pay. 2 free throws coming his way. The first one is good. We'll talk about that guy, Justin. 13 points in the ball game for Schone McDavid.
Yeah, Mike Yu, 13 points. Most of them coming from the first half. But it's not just the points, it's the rebounds. Coming from him, 7 rebounds already.
That's Mike Yu. His putback won't work. The split from the free throw line by Mike Yu, giving Schone McDavid a 3-point lead. Here comes Nico Santos, guarded by Jert Yao near the baseline to John Boo. Screen offered by Phil Monyao. Here comes Boo. Sidestep. Boo will spin. Pump fake. Drop pass. Nico Santos will be fouled right inside the 2-minute mark. Kuya Anjo Pire with that call. That last 2-minute call is brought to you by Expert Charcoal Socks. Experience quality at the stripe. Shooting 2, it's Nico Santos.
You can see Nico Santos doing a lot of extra work here. 2 minutes to go. He has his hands on his knees. And 16 rebounds already for this guy.
Leading rebounder in this ball game is Nico Santos, but the first free throw is wide right. Still a 3-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. Both teams now in the penalty. Santos reloading for the second free throw. Missing again. 3-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Mike Yu. Guarded by Yao. Yu with a crossover. With a handoff to Lau. Guarded by C. What will he do in this possession? Lau. Ooh!
Double dribble.
Dribbling violation will be called against Kyle Sao. Kahit siya nagulat na.
There was a double team and he sort of slipped. And I think that was enough for the referees to blow the whistle.
A stop there for Lynk and Co. CSI. But they need a basket in this possession. Here comes Boo. Guarded by Go. Boo to Santos. Near the free throw line. Looking for a handoff. One-hander by Santos. Trickles out. Fight for the loose ball. Secured there by Jert Yao. Another stop for Schone Mcdavid. Yao to Nang. Finds a Jolo. Go. Picks up the leather. Oh, he hasn't dribbled yet. The shot clock down to 10. With 1:05 remaining here in the fourth. A basket here for Schone Mcdavid will be big. Go. He will attack. The shot is no good. A second remaining in the shot clock. That won't count even if it fell in. The shot clock violation. Giving the ball back to Lynk and Co. CSI. 56.3 seconds remaining in the fourth. A timeout is requested by the white shirts. This timeout is brought to you by Expert Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. We will be back. .3 seconds remaining in the fourth. Lynk and Co. CSI opting to inbound from their other half of the court, giving them 14 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Wancho C, hounded by Lau. Entry pass. Martin Saduani finding himself wide open. 1-point ball game.
Yeah,
Justin Almeida, we are in for a tight one.
Great decision there by Wancho C. Saw streaking Martin Saduani going inside and just wide open for that point blank shot.
But a foul will be given up here by Jordan Jacinto with 42.5 seconds remaining in the fourth, sending Eldridge Nang to the stripe. He will be tested with his 2 free throws, Justin.
It's all about composure now. This is the dying stages of this game. Eldridge Nang with the first free throw and the miss.
First one missing for Eldridge Nang. Still a 1-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. As Eldridge Nang reloads for the second. That one is no good. Ball possession going back here to Lynk & Co. CSI. Down by a point. Here comes Wancho C. Guarded by Lau. C to Saduani. Launches a 3 offline. Rebound by Yao. Oh, ill-advised pass. Tracked down there by Saduani. And a foul will be called against Mike Yu with both teams in the penalty. 2 free throws will be gifted. I call it gifted to Martin Saduani.
Yeah, that was, I would say, a rushed pass by Schone Mcdavid. They tried to go for the home run play. Ended up in a turnover and yeah, quick foul here at the half-court line.
Well, Mike Yu's momentum had him collide with Martin Saduani, knocking down the first. We are tied at 73. The second free throw for Saduani Too strong. Rebound. Oh, picked up here by the green shirts. The shot clock is off. Winning time or overtime. Ball at the hands of Kyle Slough. Asking for a clear out. Guarded by C. Lau with the leather. Attacks left. Lau. Jumper. Good! 2-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. 1.8 seconds remaining here in the fourth.
And all that is big time players making big time plays. Just ask for a simple ball screen, giving himself just enough space to get a jumper off and nailing it with 1.8 seconds left.
Final timeout called here by Lynk and Co. CSI. This timeout brought to you by Expert Charcoal Sock. Experience quality. The final 1.8 when we come back. Us the thumbs up there, Justin, because why not? He may have nailed the marginal basket in the ball game.
So he was talking about a foul earlier, a non-call, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna seal the game. If you're not gonna call fouls, then I'm just gonna make a game-winning shot.
Here we go. 1.8 seconds remaining here in the fourth. 2-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. A 2 will force a tie. A 3 could be the game-winning basket. Here we go. Juancho C to Jacinto. Back to C. First throw. That is no good. The final score, 75-73 in favor of Schone Mcdavid over Lynk and Go CSI. That means we will have work on Tuesday once again. What a great ball game, Justin.
The turning moment here in this game was the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. Lynk and Co CSI had an 8-point lead, and all of a sudden, in a span of 2 minutes, nagkaroon ng 2-point lead itong Schone Mcdavid. So they could have capitalized on that, hurt them while they're down, but they were just too relentless, and they had all the momentum in the second half.
That game winner by Kyle Slough with 1.8 seconds remaining in our ballgame extends this matchup to a knockout match set on Tuesday. That is November 25. And on behalf of my partner, Justin Almeida, this has been Jonas Reyes, your live play-by-play anchor, only for the Stallion Cup post-game interviews when we come back. Gusto mo ikaw muna, post-game interview.
And good afternoon once again, Stallion Cup fans. The first game of our playoffs, and Schone Mcdavid coming up with an upset victory to push them into a decision game on Tuesday. Of course, our boys are number one player of the game, Kyle Slough, with 20 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and of course the game-winning basket. Guys, what was going through your mind in those last few seconds?
Well, mostly I just really want to win for the team. Going into the playoffs, everybody really counted us out kasi 8 seed nga kami. But yun nga, I was just trying to get into my spot, trying to get separation. Medyo swinerte sa tiro.
We were talking about it, Jonas and I. Yung mindset nyo you had sa last few games sa elimination round, non-bearing games, pero it was the way you attacked it. You had 83 points, Jolo had 63. So, not taking these games for granted, was this a momentum builder coming into the playoffs?
Of course, as I said, last few games, we just wanted to get into rhythm. Even if non-bearing game, we just wanted to gel as a team kasi we didn't really have too much games na kompleto kami. So right now, we are complete, and we think we can take anybody in this tournament if we're complete.
You are staying alive. One more game on Tuesday to get to the semifinals. And of course, since you're the best player of the game, any shout out?
My family, my wife, thank you for supporting all the supporters of Stallion Cup. Hopefully you can support the playoffs as well. 3 more games to go.
That's Kaslaw with 20 points, and the game-winning basket will be right back for game number 2 of the quarterfinals round.